Hi everyone, my name is Gro and this is our Mongolian Yurt. We've been living here for 2 years, me and my partner, and we really enjoy it. Come on in and let me give you a tour of how we live. Welcome inside the yurt. So this is where me and my partner lives, and this is our kitchen. As you see, it's one big room, but we've been trying to make it so it feels like separate rooms in the yurt. And here we have a fridge. It's a luxurious yurt, so you have the electricity. We also have a stove that works really well. And we don't have a water outing, but we collect the water and then we put it in here so we can use it like this. And also underneath here, this is how we collect the water. That's a bit old school, you put it in a bucket and then you go outside and you empty it. Because we didn't want to have the drainage that goes outside, to keep it a bit more warmer in the winter and stuff like this. You don't want the airflow in the holes. We also have an oven right here that we can cook food with. This is the window, and we've been doing some alternations to it because the standard Mongolian Yurt, or the gears as we call it, they don't have the glass on the windows. So they just have it open, and then they have the wool covering it, the insulation. But we made it because we want more light in here to make it a bit more brighter. We did double plexiglass on it. And I really enjoy it. You can see the stars in the nighttime when you're laying in bed, and you get a lot of sun from it. Otherwise it becomes a bit dark in here.
You don't get condensate anymore?
No, we don't get the condensation because it's also we have the wood stove and we burn it during the day. And also because it's double one, it's a bit of an opening on the outer glass. So it becomes airflow, so you don't get the condense there. And also because it's a yurt, we have it so everything is breathable. The fabric, the insulation, you see, it's wool insulation. And that's about 2 centimeters of felted wool. And all of the other layers are breathable. So if you have a plastic tarp or something like this, you keep in the moist, and then it can be mold and stuff like this.
So how thick are the walls altogether?
Altogether maybe 5 centimeters.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not super big, but it keeps the warm really good, because the wool, it's a super good material, but it's super tight, with the felted one. So it stays very warm in here. I really like the setup where you can see all the food. I think it looks very nice, and I like the organization of it, but it also has a purpose because we live in a yurt. So for instance, this season we can have a bit of mice that come in and they eat on everything. So this is you need to protect all the food. So that's why we have it in glass jars. And this we also have this one is you need the food to be safe. If we would just have jars, the mice or the lizards or whatever, they can really get in there. So you need to protect the food. And in every tiny house, you have storage everywhere. So you find every little space you have, and you put stuff in it. Especially we're 2 people living in here, so it's nice to have space for things. Yeah, and I said, we have the electricity, so we have normal supplies, and we have everything you need in a kitchen, all of the pans and pots and stuff like this. And I really like to cook, so that's why I made kind of a big kitchen. It's 1/3 of the yurt is a kitchen, but other people might not need that much space for a kitchen. But I really like it. This is where I spend a lot of time.
You know how big is it? How long?
I think this one is 230, and then you have these second ones like on the outer, so it's quite a big kitchen. You need to find places for everything. We also, like, it's nice with the yurt, you can put a lot of stuff on the walls, like you have the dish rack on the wall, so you get like a more free space kind of stuff. And also, like, when you live in a yurt, like compared to the tiny house, it's also that with a tiny house, like, you need to move it and it can cost quite a lot of money. But this one you can just take down and you can take it on a trailer. Not the platform, but like the structure of it. Like, you can put on a trailer and just move it. Like, it's very nomadic. So
How long did it take it to put the yurt, not the platform, but the yurt?
the yurt, like, we actually took it down this summer and put it up again because we needed to fix a few things like on the platform. And then it took maybe like a day to take it down, like a couple of hours, and like a day to put it up, if everything goes as planned. Because we're not so used to it, we just put it up once before with the help of friends. But in Mongolia, if they know how to do it, they can do it 2 people in 2 hours, like take it down and put it up. So maybe ask me again in a couple of years, it might be a bit faster with that. Yeah. So and all of the, like, this yurt, it fits in one trailer, like exactly like in a normal sized trailer.
Like
You can,
car trailer?
yeah, like trailer. Yeah, small car trailer. Yeah. This is our like living room. So this is where we like have food. Like, we sit here, we eat breakfast, and we have our dinners here. We don't like share that much, so for us it's very nice to sit like close to the floor and also to keep the space. And it's also nice with the fire. You can like look at the fire in the morning, and it's like our TV. It's like a hippie TV instead of a TV. And like with the seating places, my partner, he has an office where he goes to and like where he does work and music and stuff like this, like on computer. But here, yeah, I like to do a lot of creative stuff. So like this is also like creative space and stuff like this. Or if I sit by the computer and stuff like this. So you have like a lot of things that you usually do. You just have it like in this space. Yeah. The stove, like you said, like you thought maybe it was too big, but I enjoy that type of firing because when it's like this, you can get it hot very fast in here. If you have like the solid iron one, it takes a while for the space to heat up. So maybe I'm a bit impatient, but I can make a fire and it becomes a lot of like heat from it, like very quickly. But if you have the iron one, it's also the opposite, like it holds the heat a bit longer, of course. But it was for us so we can take it up the hill, and also when we move, like, because I'm a nomad spirit, like I move around. I've been living in a lot of places, so this would also be easier for us to move with. And this is also to keep a bit of heat. It becomes like a radiator. So you have water in it, and it holds the warmth. And we can also use it for when we do the dishes, because you have hot water, especially like, or in the winter when you have a fire going like a lot of the time. So that's for extra heat. And I also wanted to talk about the fire alarm. Like, it's very important to have it when you live in a small space and you have the fire going a lot. And we also have all the candles that we use is like in this type of style, so you don't have just the long candles because like the fire hazard. So take care of the house. And this is where we store our clothes. We chose the open one because I think it like saves a bit of space and it's nice to see what you have. But we also store clothes in this one. We have clothes, and also in the small drawer over there we have clothes.
And I guess under the bed it has some storage. Right?
Yeah, under the bed we also have some storage. It's like a pull-out where we can have like linens and stuff like this, and stuff that we don't use as often. And like all of the furniture we have in here is like we found it secondhand. So the drawers is from an like old bed, and or we built the bed yeah, like a lot, or the kitchen we just built and took like second hand, found it everywhere.
And how did you come up with the idea to live in the yurt?
Yeah, it's like I have friends that live in a yurt, and in this village that I live, like it's a lot of people that want to live here, and it's kind of difficult to find housing. So I asked my friend, like, is it possible to live in a yurt like wintertime? And he said, yeah, of course, like it's possible. And then the next day he called me and he was like, well, this friend I know, he sells yurts, like, and he has one. Do you want to buy it? And I was like, yeah, I want to buy it. So then just a week later, we drove up to Norway and we bought the yurt.
That was the tour of this yurt, and if you want to see second part where we talk more about how it is to live in the yurt and a bit more about surroundings, then check out the second episode.